Hey everyone, Draco Prime 220 here, and today I'm actually going to talk about Toho's Godzilla World franchise they are making. As we all know, maybe a week or so back, we did get an announcement from Toho that they are making something called a Godzilla World. Now, this pretty much means that monsters, like other monsters besides Godzilla himself, will be getting the spotlight. Now, the thing is, I'm kind of curious. Does this mean, like, monsters that are very underused, didn't get a lot of attention, are finally gonna get a movie to call their own again? Because Toho is no stranger to making Godzilla monster films that are not Godzilla. Like Varan, Mothra, War of the Gargantuas, I can't really say the Mysterians because there's really not a monster. Well, there is. It's a giant war machine called Mogera. But does this mean we can get some well-known monsters and some underrated ones to get actually a film that I think is long overdue? Because let me tell you, there's quite a few Toho kaiju that really could use a good film to call their own. I'm just going to go through several of the kaiju that I think would make good candidates, or at least interesting candidates. The 5 ones that are pretty much, I think, inevitable that are going to get a movie of their own. My 5th pick is Gigan. Gigan, I think, is a very interesting kaiju. He's like the cutthroat, as they put it, of the kaiju films. I think Gigan himself, very bizarre, very unique kind of monster, and he's a cyborg. So technically, he wasn't always the way he looks now. So, maybe Gigan. Gigan could definitely get his own movie. Now, Rodan. I think Rodan will probably get a film once again to call his own. Will it be like a retelling of the 1956 classic? We don't know. But maybe they could add some things in. Heck, since the Meganulons, those giant dragonfly nymphs, are in that movie, and Megaguirus in Godzilla vs. Megaguirus is connected to those creatures, you can actually have where Rodan can fight Megaguirus in that movie. If they ever do like a retelling of the film of story of Rodan, have Megaguirus be the main monster villain for Rodan to combat. The 3rd one I really think would be really good, which I think isn't, wait, oh my god, I did, 3rd, King Ghidorah. I think King Ghidorah definitely is going to get his own movie, because he's a planet-destroying dragon from outer space. And in Ghidorah Three-Headed Monster, the Venusian who possesses the princess says that Ghidorah destroyed Venus, and that's the reason why it is the way it is now. So, I really think a movie telling us, like, was Ghidorah a bioweapon? Was he just a natural-born creature with this nature to destroy? And if you have him, like, going from planet to planet, destroying worlds, he is literally the embodiment, I am death, I am the destroyer of worlds. So, when you then think about it, you could go back and watch Ghidorah Three-Headed Monster, and you see this movie about Ghidorah, you're like, yeah, that's a reason why he is to be feared and why he is such a problem and a threat. I think the 1974, I should say Mechagodzilla. Like, Mechagodzilla, like the original, not Mechagodzilla 2 or Kiryu, but like the original Mechagodzilla. What inspired the Planet of the Black Hole aliens to create such a weapon based off the Earth's most powerful monster? Like, what was their inspiration? What made them think, hey, this planet looks nice, but we got a problem? We got a giant creature that is literally indestructible, so we make something like him, but his superior. So I think, yeah, Mechagodzilla could really use his own movie. Now, the fifth one, I think, for me, I really think who could hold a movie since he is an underdog and a highly loved kaiju is Anguirus. Anguirus has been put through the ringer, but his determination, his resilience, his will to not back down no matter how big the opponent is. Like, literally, in the one comic, Godzilla, it's a comic, I can't remember, but it's all about Anguirus. It's where he fights Destroya, the literal kaiju fight version of the devil. It's like literally a David and Goliath story, pretty much. And Anguirus doesn't give up. They even go back and talk about how he has gotten beaten. He's never won a fight. And he actually wins against Destroya. I really think if you were to have a movie based around Anguirus, where maybe he fights, I wouldn't say bring in Destroya, but bring in a monster that would be like, oh crud. Like, overwhelming but he has to learn to overcome and conquer this opponent. Heck, you could even have the Mechagodzilla solo film be connected to this one and maybe make Mechagodzilla the opponent. And basically it's Anguirus getting payback for what he was put through in the original Mechagodzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. But in this movie, he figures out a way to win. Those are my 5, I think, definite kaijus that could definitely get a movie. Now, here are the interesting ones. This is the interesting category. The first of the 5 interesting kaiju that could get a movie is Jet Jaguar. Jet Jaguar, I think, is a good candidate for a movie. That could be like Toho's equivalent to the Bumblebee movie of 2018, which to me is still a good Transformers film, but Transformers 1 beats it by a long shot. Now, think about whether Jet Jaguar is built by humans or he's an alien robot that comes from another planet that crash lands on it could be like a mixture of Bumblebee and the Iron Giant, which Bumblebee did take inspiration from. You can make it where Jet Jaguar comes to Earth, maybe befriends a little kid, and I don't mean an annoying kid like from the original Toho movies. I think there is some good kid actors. Like, I'll be honest, the kid in Gamera the Brave was not bad. He was actually a very good kid character. I didn't mind him. I didn't find him annoying. But he was good. He was decent. So if you can get the right kid actor, I think it could work. And get this. Maybe you could do this. Have Megalon be the antagonist. Maybe Seatopia decides to send Megalon up to the surface as a sign of war, where basically due to nuclear testing and experimentation in the ocean, Seatopia is fed up and decides to send Megalon as, we're waging war on you. We're sending our weapon and our message to you. And have Jet Jaguar throughout the movie, he learns to really like humans and be very caring and protective. But the thing is, the whole smile, but I think through body language alone, you could definitely feel what Jet Jaguar is thinking and feeling. And that he does fight Megalon, and that could be the movie, where Jet Jaguar comes to Earth, or is he built by a human, or something like that. Speaking of Jet Jaguar, I love how he was done in the 2 Godzilla short films for Godzilla Day. I'll admit, the way Godzilla mourned over Jet Jaguar was heartbreaking. But anyway, Jet Jaguar, I think getting his own movie is a good, interesting choice. Now leading into the next one, Megalon. Megalon, I think, is another interesting monster that could get a movie since he is a guardian, a protector, a god of Seatopia. And I really think having, but he's not the brightest. But make him to where he maybe not be the brightest, but he's able to kind of learn. I think Megalon could be a good movie. But get this. What if the Space Hunter Nebula M aliens decide to send Gigan down, and Megalon and Gigan are not friends at first? Maybe Gigan and Megalon actually fight it out. It's basically an enemy from space and an enemy from the sea, from Seatopia. They both want Earth for different reasons. So, and it leads to a battle between the two monsters. I think that'd be kind of cool. Okay, Jaguar, Megalon. King Caesar. That's number 3. I think King Caesar would make a awesome movie, because he is the guardian of Okinawa, and I really think having a movie where he does show up, they show the origin, they show his connection to the Royal Zumi family, and they show him protecting from invaders, and maybe even a couple monster attacks. But who would be the main monster that would combat him and challenge him? I would actually want Orochi being the rival monster to fight King Caesar, and we really see why he is a guardian, why he's a protector. Okay, Jaguar, Megalon, King Caesar. Now, my 4th interesting monster that I think would make a good movie is, wait a minute, who is he? Wait a minute. Titanosaurus. Yep, I said it, Titanosaurus. I actually like his design. The roar's a bit, a little annoying, but you get used to it. But, I think Titanosaurus would make a good movie. I think Titanosaurus is another kaiju that could make a good film, showing his connection with Katsura, or I know there was a manga that was made a while back, after the Terror Mechagodzilla, where Titanosaurus is made into Mecha Titanosaurus. Yeah, I was thinking, have it where there's a real Titanosaurus. We see the more gentler side, because it is said that Titanosaurus is more of a gentle creature and doesn't really like to attack anyone. So, actually have, maybe be this a pseudo sequel to Terror of Mechagodzilla, where Titanosaurus is revealed to be alive, and or instead of Katsura, have it be maybe someone who knew the family, knew what they went through, and have the lingering remnants of the Space Hunter, the Planet of the Black Hole aliens come to Earth for one final attack, because they got nothing left to lose. Little bits of their they're not living on their planet anymore. They're living in colonies, because the black hole has taken their planet, and their last way of getting even, they don't want the planet anymore. I would think they just would want revenge. Take away what they had a chance to have, and have them create a mecha Titanosaurus to destroy Titanosaurus out of vengeance for Titanosaurus' failure. And this could be a really good movie, similar to Gamera Guardian of the Universe, where you get more into the psychic, because I did notice in Gamera Guardian of the Universe, when the girl got hurt, she got cut. When she was sleeping, Gamera was sleeping. So could we go on that a little bit more? Let's say this person, this, I think, young teenage girl, who has a connection with this giant creature, when she's happy, Titanosaurus is happy. When she's tired, he's tired. When she's hungry, he's hungry. They could sense each other's emotions, or when they're in danger, which would cause Titanosaurus to pop out and show himself. But I think Titanosaurus would be a good movie if you even add that Mecha Titanosaurus from the manga. I don't think is canon anymore. That would be actually really cool. Now my 5th one. Now this one is a tie, so I decided to make it. Now scratch that. My number 5 interesting kaiju that could make a good movie is Batra. With light, there is darkness. With darkness, there is light. and Batra is the Dark Mothra, told and said in the movie, the Black Mothra, where he is everything that Mothra isn't. It's only through Mothra that he kind of turns to turns to the good side. Now, I really think that would make a good movie too, because this is how you can introduce the Godzilla world version of Mothra. Like, Batra, was made to protect the Earth. It goes crazy, and this would be like another good movie where it's an ancient civilization, and they realize we made a mistake, and Mothra comes in as a natural protector to fight off Batra. Because I actually have to admit, seeing those cave paintings in Godzilla and Mothra: The Battle for Earth was kind of cool, and made me kind of wish they made that movie. But yeah, I think a movie with Batra would be pretty cool too. So yeah, those are the 5 definites. These are all my personal beliefs and my thoughts and theories on what they could do with 5. These are like my 5 definite kaiju that will get a film, and 5 interesting ones that I think would make a good film. So, but we won't know anything until they officially decide to reveal their next film after Godzilla Minus Zero. So, yeah. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe for more. So, I really hope you all have a good night wherever you are, wherever it is nighttime. I hope you're all sleeping good. I hope you're all safe, and we got a lot to look forward to as kaiju fans. Godzilla's more popular than ever, and just maybe, some kaiju that have gotten no love in years will finally get the spotlight and get more appreciation. So, we just gotta wait and see. So until then, I am Draco Prime 220, signing off.